Peace and blessings. Welcome to the Fanatical Masshole Podcast. It's your boy Mizzo. Hayes on the board. I got today with us King Saso out of DC, holding it down. What's going on, baby? How you doing?
Hey, man, I'm doing all right, man. Shout out to everybody in the 508 down to 202, you know what I mean?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Appreciate you jumping on with us. All right, we got a good show for y'all today. We're going to be talking about the World Cup. Broncos make the mistake on Rush. Mac Jones being left for dead. Obviously, we get into the NFL previews. Our 5 locks, obviously. And then we're going to also talk about a little thing about Jacob deGrom going to the Rangers. First, the topic that should have gotten more, how should I say this? Traction, more buzz, more heat. Right? Am I saying that right?
Yeah.
More heat. So, about 10 days ago, a photo resurfaced of Jerry Jones. Or surfaced, I should say, because I don't think anybody ever seen it. But it surfaced of Jerry Jones back in around 1957. He's at his high school with a bunch of his friends or just people that, you know, his fellow students. And the students that were there were basically protesting the integration of their school down in Arkansas. Now, some people have given him a lot of flack for it. A lot of people have been taking flack for not giving him enough flack. But the main thing I want to talk about more is what LeBron James said. He had a good point where he said, why hasn't the media talked about it more? Why didn't they ask LeBron about it more like they asked him about Kyrie Irving? Again, we know what happened with Kyrie Irving, what he did. We don't got to get back into it. But that was a topic for everybody to have to answer. You know what I'm saying? I get people might say, well, it's apples and oranges because Kyrie reposted something about he promoted a documentary, basically anti-Semitic tropes and things like that. Again, I watched the documentary. My opinion is different of everybody else's or a lot of other people. I don't think it was that. Like I said weeks ago on the show, if you look at the documentary, or if you just look at history, there's a lot of people who believe that blacks are the true Hebrews, that we are native to Jerusalem, that, you know, in the documentary it states that we migrated, I believe, to Jerusalem from Egypt and back to Egypt. Again, I might be misquoting that. I got to look up the documentary. I got to watch the documentary again just so I can get a full understanding of it, because it's a lot. Like, it's when they're talking to you about all this and the, you know, from the Ham and the Japheth and Shem, like, those tribes, it's a lot. You know what I mean? So people aren't going to really get it. So they're going to think, well, oh, nah, they just trying to tell me something. Or he's saying something that week that we don't really understand. So a lot of people don't comprehend this. But it's not really about Kyrie. It's really about what happened it's really about the fact that there was a lack of questioning about Jerry Jones as opposed to Kyrie when they asked it nonstop. And Kyrie became basically a pariah. But let's hear what LeBron had to say. We got the quote right here. We're going to play it right now.
I was wondering why I haven't gotten a question from you guys about the Jerry Jones photo. But when the Kyrie thing was going on, you guys were quick to ask us questions about that.
Okay.
Hold on. And I don't even want you guys to say nothing. When I watched Kyrie talk and he says, I know who I am, but I want to keep the same energy when we're talking about my people and the things that we've been through. And that Jerry Jones photo is one of those moments that our people, black people, have been through in America. And I feel like as a black man, as a black athlete, as someone with power and a platform, when we do something wrong or something that people don't agree with, it's on every single tabloid, every single news coverage. It's on the bottom ticker. It's asked about every single day.
All right, so you just heard what LeBron had to say. King Saso, your thoughts?
Hey, I think it's a shame that Jerry Jones and LeBron James still in headlines. No, they go weird. They both Cowboy fans for one. Number two. Number two.
Hold on, I think pardon me, bro. I don't mean to cut you out real quick. I think LeBron switched affiliation. I think he a Browns fan again. I think he left the Cowboys. I think he's done with the Cowboys. After the Colin Kaepernick, I think he said he ain't Cowboys fan no more.
Hey, look, I don't even know. I don't know if it's confirmed or anything like that. But the last time I saw, he was at my stadium, at our stadium with a Cowboy jersey on.
Okay, good. My
with
bad,
the
bro.
star.
Good. Do your thing. My fault. Go off. I ain't mean
Well,
to
no,
cut you off.
it's all good. But all this happened 50 years ago. I think it's like I said, it's a shame that the Cowboys still in headlines. And you got Stephen A. that's with it too. Oh wow, come on, y'all know the be ashamed of yourselves.
I mean, listen. I'm gonna say it like this: we shouldn't be tripping like that on it, because again, he was 14. But I think the whole premise of it is, why isn't it being talked about? And like, I listened to a show on ESPN. You know, the brother basically said, why hasn't Jerry Jones come out and denounced racism? He never has. You know, when the George Floyd thing happened, he kind of just said, let's show grace. You know, obviously, pardon me, obviously with the Colin Kaepernick thing, you will stand. You will stand for the flag, or you won't play for my team, basically, is what he said.
Yeah.
Again, man, the Colin Kaepernick thing is another thing we can get into, and that's a whole nother topic that one day I want to address with everybody. But basically, it should have got more airplay. You know what I'm saying? It should have been talked about more, where people were, you know what I mean, where they're asking him, bro, that answer's not sufficient enough, what he said. You know what I'm saying? He said something that, like, I was a young kid. Let me try to find a quote. You know what I mean? Because, you know, pardon me. But he basically said, look, I was a young kid. I was a young kid, and I didn't know. I think he said, I don't know what he was doing there, or something like that. And, I mean, I don't know. I'm trying to remember what he said.
And look, check it. I think it's contradiction all the way around, for real.
Pardon me, bro. I got it right here. He said, I didn't know at the time that the monumental event that was really going on. He didn't know what the monumental event was really going on. He said, I'm sure glad that we're a long way from that. That will remind me to just continue to do everything we can not to have those kind of things happen again. You know what I mean? That's basically what Jerry Jones said. You know, so, I mean, yeah, it's kind of just so, he didn't say enough to a lot of people. He didn't say enough to me. But he you know, he kind of did, though. Like, look, I want it to be, I'm glad that we're in better times. Things are different. But he should have flat out came out and said, look, man, I denounced racism. I was there. I was 14. I was checking in what's going on. If you look at the photo, it looks like he's being curious. It don't look like he's there like, yeah, get him out of here. He ain't, you know what I'm saying? He's not like...
He was just with him.
Right, you know what I mean? He just happened to be... He might have just been happening to be looking at it, but just walking by and looking and see what was going on. We don't know.
Yeah. He ain't the leader.
Yeah.
See, and you know, I feel as though, you know, as a Commanders fan, and you know, that's our baby brother of the division. I feel it's not fair for them because he's the owner. You look at him as the leader of that at the age of 14.
Yeah.
When he's in the middle of the flock.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if they looked at him as a leader. They just want to know what happened. He got to explain himself. You know what I'm saying? And he didn't explain himself good enough. And it should have been asked about more. What LeBron said. He's right about that. It should have got more airplay. But, you know, we'll see. Well, you know what I mean? That it's just hopefully a lesson learned in the media. It's the media. You know what I mean? Do right.
Yeah.
Don't like LeBron said, don't rake black people over the coals or anybody a minority. But then when it comes down to a rich owner, white man, you kind of just, okay, we'll take his answer. Don't ask anybody else no questions about it. You know what I'm saying? But when Kyrie do something, they asking all the NBA players. They ask LeBron about it. They make sure that's the first thing they ask about. When they on Kyrie's head every day about it. It's not right. You know what I mean? I agree with LeBron on that. But we ran a little over on that topic. When we come back from the break, we're going to talk real quick about the World Cup. Again, USA lost. You know what I mean? We'll kind of send them off right. You know what I mean? We'll be right back. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment on our page. Let us know how we doing. Fanatical Masshole Podcast. Mizzo, King Saso, Hayes on the board. We'll be right back after this. Hey, welcome back. Fanatical Masshole Podcast. Boy Mizzo, King Saso, Hayes on the board. What's going on? What's going on? All right, let's keep it going. World Cup action today. Our beloved Team USA. They went down to the Netherlands 3-1. First half goals from Memphis Depay and Dele Blind. Yeah, Dele Blind. And also Denzel Dumfries. He assisted on both their goals, and then he scored the last goal. Third, put him up 3-1. They put some pressure on him, man, in the second half. I was watching it. Just, missed time passes, misled him a little too far. But USA, they showed some heart. You know what I mean? I like what they did today. Again, the future's bright for this young squad. Man, what you think about that though, brother?
And man, it's just the squad. The Netherlands just too powerful, man. And I thought our team had a chance, but you know how it is. You never know in these countries who's gonna win. We can't win them all. You know what I mean? We got, you got Argentina. I don't know if you want to talk about Argentina.
Argentina, yeah. I mean, listen, they just won today too. They just advanced. So this. Yeah, bro.
That was my favorite to win the whole thing, anyways. Argentina. That squad is nice. I like their coach. I like their style, aggressiveness.
Right.
Taking it down the field, men fast. From all 90 minutes, you see nothing but speed down there. And they half court, when they get in the half court, they pass in the half court, it's methodical too. So I like Argentina, to take the whole thing.
This is Messi's. I think this is his last World Cup. This is it. He got to win this one. He ain't won a World Cup yet. You know what I mean? He's done everything else. A lot of people call him overrated. I think we talked about it last week. I thought Ronaldo had at least a World Cup. Ronaldo ain't got no World Cups either. They don't got World Cup titles in Portugal. I would love to see them two in the final, the World Cup final, Portugal against Argentina. That'll be dope. But it's gonna be sad because the dude who loses, he ain't never gonna win a World Cup because they both up there in age. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be fun to see that. You know what I mean? I'll definitely be tuning in for that.
So basically, what we got in soccer, we got two Dan Marinos.
All right, next topic we're gonna talk about, man. Jacob deGrom is going to the Rangers. That's one of the big pieces in the free agent market in Major League Baseball to fall. I didn't see that coming, not to the Rangers at least. Ain't no way. I don't get how that happened, why it happened. It's pretty crazy. You know what I mean? Obviously, I don't know. Maybe the Mets didn't want to pony up the money for him. Pardon me. Something like that. I mean, Rangers weren't that great this year. So basically, they got him what? He got a 5-year contract. You know what I mean? I believe it was $185 million. So his stats last year, he was 5-4 in 11 games, 3.08 ERA. Career, he's 82-57, 2.52 ERA. Got 1,600 strikeouts. I mean, deGrom was automatic win when he stepped on the mound. You know what I'm saying, bro?
Mm-hmm.
And me, what I'm mad about, what I'm gonna rant about right now is Yankees. What in the world was you doing? Go get him. I get it. Maybe you don't want to give him the 5, but listen, he's worth the risk. Him,
but
because to me, hold on, bro. To me, Cole's good. I don't see him as the ace. Listen, like I said, Cole proved his worth and did his job in the postseason. He did. But he's had spotty starts in the regular season. He's had ups and downs. That's not deGrom. You put deGrom in front of him, so you go deGrom, Cole, Severino. That's it. I don't think Cole wants to be known as the ace. Cole's cool being a number 2, a solid number 2 that's going to get you wins. Cole was good in Houston because he was behind Verlander. So it's Verlander, Cole, Greinke, and they were shutting everything down. That's how they did it. You know what I'm saying? That's what they should have did, bro. That's just my thoughts on it. How you feel about it?
Hey, look. Verlander, he sucks in the World Series. You go 0-7 in the World Series. I want to get that out the way.
He just got to win, though, brother. He just got his win, though. He got to win. He got to win this past World season.
He got the world. He did his Drew Bledsoe.
No, he got to win in the games, though. He did good in his start, though. He did good. He did his thing.
I mean, in the regular season, he got the Cy Young, but in the postseason, oh my goodness,
brother,
need to help him in the postseason.
In the World Series, he's been subpar. But I'm saying this year in this World Series against the Phillies, he did his job. Verlander held it
Yeah.
down. He got a dub too, if I'm not mistaken. He got a win. He did his
he
thing.
ain't get a win. He ain't get a win.
Not against
That's what I'm
Phillies?
saying.
In the Phillies, he didn't?
Nope, he didn't get a
Oh,
win. It was
okay.
the other pitchers. They had saves and things. Backups. Saying to back them up. He ain't, I don't think he had. I gotta look that up. But what I was gonna say with the Yankees, right? They already overload. You know what I'm saying, with talent. With the what's the statins in the world. They I think they over, saying they limits or something like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But that brings me to this. In the AL, the Grom going to the AL, they might be a dark horse to win that division
You think so?
because the Angels don't want it. Oakland and no, obviously don't want it. You know what I'm saying? And those are teams that you supposed to be contenders. So why not the Rangers but the grown?
Right. Yeah. But they're gonna be in the he's gonna be in the same division with the Astros. You know what I mean? Astros is just gonna reload. Astros is a great organization. Let's give them their props. They develop pitching. You know what I mean? They develop pitchers. Their bullpen is great. Obviously, they know how to hit. I mean, lose and then you know who they just got? They just got this dude. Matter of fact, I forgot about him. They just got Jose Abreu from the White Sox to play first base. You know what I'm saying? He replaces Yuri Gurriel. And I like Yuri Gurriel. Yuri Gurriel is a good defensive first baseman, and he can hit. But Jose Abreu, him Jordan,
he's a beast.
Him Jordan Alvarez in that lineup with Bregman, Altuve, Matakin Pena. Oh, listen. That lineup is gonna be. That's a circular lineup. There's no holes in that lineup. Who do you pitch to? Astros is gonna do their thing again. Like if I'm the Yankees, if I'm anybody in the AL or in the league, matter of fact, I'm doing what Jay-Z said to his peoples when G Unit was on their run. He said, "Yo, we gotta sit this out. We gotta ride this wave out. Let them do their thing. You feel me? Let the wave ride out. Ride this wave out. Let the Astros get a couple more chips. That's it, man. We can't talk about them cheating no more, man. They're a legitimate organization who's won championships. They won this championship fair and square. I said we can't talk about them cheating.
Yeah,
no more,
I can
man.
say that much. And speaking, hey, look, check this out. I'm gonna give an honorable mention because from DC, Strasburg need a little bit of help because Patrick Coburn is not doing the daggone thing. So the Grom coming to DC being the NL East, that would have made sense, made headlines too. But going to the Texas, baseball Texas gonna get heated. It's going down this year next year.
Yeah, listen, and Verlander did get a win though. He got a win in game. He got the winning in game 5. He did get the win.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
my apologies.
You know what I mean? Listen, man, we trying to take Strasburg. The Yankees should take Strasburg from the Nationals. Y'all got a chip. Y'all don't need no more chips, man. Y'all good. You know what I'm saying?
We do.
Y'all seem pretty out. Y'all seem pretty out there. You know? Right though. That was my little rant about Jacob deGrom going to the Rangers. Yankees should have signed him. Tight about that. But it's all right. We'll move forward. Anyway, when we come back from the break, we're going to get into Russell Wilson, Mac Jones. 2 quarterbacks that just don't seem right this year. Can't get it right. We'll discuss that. We'll discuss that when we get back.
Yeah.
King Saso, Mizzo, Hayes on the board, Fanatical Masshole Podcast. Stay locked. Yes, sir. Welcome back. Fanatical Masshole Podcast. Mizzo, King Saso, Hayes on the board. All right. Man, we got a couple quarterbacks we need to talk about, brother. They need some therapy.
Oh, boy.
Russell Wilson. Man, he got a lot of bread, man. He got about $250 billion. I said million. $250 billion from the Denver Broncos. We know their record. Record's not that great. What are they? 3-7, 4-8, something like that. Here's his stats. Before I ask this question. 58 58.9% completion rating. Completion percentage, I should say. 2,400 yards, 8 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. 82.3 passer rating. Bro, Carson Wentz still has 7 touchdowns, and he ain't played in what? When's the last time Carson Wentz played? Week 5?
About 8 weeks ago.
Yeah, week 5, something like that. So the question is, did the Broncos make a mistake signing Russell Wilson?
I think it's more of Seattle. Well, yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, because it's a two-part. Because it's a tricky question because you got Geno Smith that's doing good in Seattle, and you got Russell Wilson who went to Denver, and obviously they don't have an offensive line that's going to keep them up, and all the sacks he been taking, and there's no running game. He don't have a key wide receiver. The defense is on subpar. And he just in the wrong place right now. I remember in the beginning of the season, I thought the AFC West was going to be the dominant division. You know what I'm saying? And you got the NFC East and the AFC East dominating the divisions, whereas though all 4 teams,
Yes,
in
sir.
the East Conference, vying for the playoffs.
Hey, but check it.
But with that being said, I'm surprised at the AFC West because we thought they was going to be the dominant division.
Check it. The Broncos are last in scoring. My bad, I'm going to cut you off, but the Broncos are last in scoring. Their defense is 4th, though. Their defense only gives up 17 points. I mean, if the Broncos scored 20 points, they wouldn't be 8-3. They'd be like 9-1, bro. 3-8. I'm sorry. They wouldn't be 3-8. They would be winning a lot more games than they've lost. They would be. I think somebody said it was 9-1. That was a couple weeks ago. If they scored, I think 20. If they scored 20 points, if they averaged 20 points, they would be. So if they 8-3 now, you add it. Yeah, they would be like they'd be 10-1 right now. They really only have 1 loss. The defense has held their own. Denver can't score to save their life. Russell will look at the. I mean, again, he's got 2,400 yards, but he's only got 8 touchdowns, 5 picks, 58.9 completion percentage. Man, that's crazy. That's crazy. Again,
it's not enough substance. It's not enough substance on the offensive line.
Yeah, I don't know, man. They got to run the ball more too. Like, man, I know they just cut Melvin Gordon because he had some fumbling problems and maybe more than that. You know what I'm saying? I know they lost the big gun, the back that was really going to be their feature back, Williams, for the season. I think in the first game. So that's a big loss. Yeah. I got it. I get it. You know what I mean? Honestly, man, like, excuse me, who's the running backs that they had? Man, was it Lindsey? Philip Lindsay, and then who's the other one they had? Royce Freeman, I think it was. Them two, they was a decent little running back tandem. You know what I mean? Like they should have kept them. You know what I mean? Like they did their thing. At least in Madden, man. I used to score on dudes in Madden with Royce Freeman or Philip Lindsay from the. You know what I mean? I'm dancing on them. You feel me?
Yeah.
But yeah, man, like that's so you don't think they made a mistake? I'm not saying they did either. I don't think they did, but they gotta change some things. You know what I'm saying? And it's not even more about that, bro. It's more about the off-field stuff. The way you read some of the reports that they're saying. He has an assistant. You gotta talk to the assistant before you talk to him. He does the let's ride out even after losses. Like come on, bro. Just be authentic. You know what I mean? He's scared. He don't like to swear on camera. Don't get me wrong. I don't like to cuss in front of my mom either. But if I'm frustrated, I'm gonna let it out. My bad. I'm sorry. You feel me?
Well, I guess. Well, that brings me to this. I remember when he was available in the free agency, and I thought the Commanders was gonna pick him up, and
he didn't want to come here.
I'm glad we didn't.
He didn't want to come here. It wasn't that he didn't want to come here. If he wanted to, we would have probably traded for him.
That's cool. He can stay at the bottom of the AFC West we're in the wild card position.
I would say we'd be a better fit though. I don't mean to cut you off again. I say we'd be a better fit because the Commanders run the ball. They committed to running the ball. They stay committed to it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Denver's trying to drop him back way too much. He probably would have been a better fit here, but he didn't want to come back. He's from the area, ain't he? He's from the DC area. Richmond, okay. Richmond, you all right? You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, that's different, man. Anybody wants to know why is Mizzo a Commanders fan? I was born in DC. No, I never lived there, but I was born in DC. And that was one of the first teams I ever watched. Wow. That's one of the first teams I ever watched. Mark Rippon, they won that Super Bowl. Art Monk to beat the Bills. They had Ernest Biner on that team. Remember Ernest Biner? Remember the dude he fumbled? Oh, yeah. He fumbled, for Cleveland. He fumbled going into the end zone. At the 2-yard line. Yeah, man. Like, Ernest Biner got redemption. Charles Mann. Darryl Green. I don't want to call them what they used to be, but I'm just saying, that team was nice. And after that, it just went down. It went downhill. Then Daniel Snyder bought the team, and it ain't never been. Remember, like 2000, they were picked to win the Super Bowl when they had Stephen Davis, and they had a squad though. Man, I forgot about Bruce Smith and all them. Like they signed Bruce Smith at a time. They had Albert Hainsworth at a time. Like, man, listen.
Well, I'm gonna tell you the last two names right there. We might as well scratch them off our list.
Why? Because we caught them when they were older?
No, because especially Albert Hainsworth. You know what I'm saying? But it, you know what I'm saying? People feel as though he stole money from us.
Well, he did, but I'm saying if on paper you would have thought, that's who they needed.
Yeah. Well, I mean, because when he came here, he thought he was going to run the 4-3, which we runs now with the Buffalo defense.
Right.
What we run. But we came to find out Jim Haslett, we was running the 3-4 defense.
That was Shanahan's. What Shanahan's first year, second year, something like that?
His first year, y'all.
Right. Yeah, man. So, man, that's what I'm saying, man. Like, I don't know. You know what I mean? But anyway, not enough about our team. So we don't think if they made a mistake. They just got to tweak some things, right? All right. So let's get into this Mac Jones. Mac Jones, if you seen the game Thursday night, he got a little heated coming off the field. Like, man, we got to stop running the ball and stop these short passes. And let's throw this ball. Let's unleash this thing. Let's throw it down the field. I'm paraphrasing. He didn't say it just like that. But something to that extent. Now, Mac Jones this season, 68.1% completion percentage, 7 touchdowns, 7 picks. It's Mac Jones. 1,900 yards, 87 QB rating. Now, the Patriots, I mean, yeah, man, their defense is pretty good. Defense is 8th, but their offense is 20th. Rushing the 23rd, passing the 20th. Now, this has to come with the Patriots. We all know who their coordinators are, which they aren't offensive coordinators by trade coming into this thing. Joe Judge is a special teams coordinator, am I right? And Matt Patricia is a defensive coordinator. Am I right on that? What? Bill Belichick took a gamble to kind of say, okay, we're going to go by committee, and these guys are going to be the offensive coordinators. Maybe Belichick's calling some plays, but it just ain't working out with Mac Jones. Some people think they should go to Bailey Zappi. Now, Bailey Zappi in the short sample size, 70% completion percentage, I'm sorry. 781 yards, 5 touchdowns, 3 picks. You know what I'm saying? So he wasn't that great either, but it did look a little different. What you think about that? Do you think they're doing it? Do you think the way the philosophy that Belichick instilled this year, or basically implemented, did Mac Jones a disservice?
Yes, because the thing is, he ain't going to the tight end. There's no wide receiver. He don't have any wide receivers that he could rely on. And yeah, if you're 20th in the NFL, you know what I'm saying, that's alarming because, you had Tom Brady who went to Grunt. Why don't he go to his tight ends more? You know what I'm saying? And I don't see that. And yeah, special teams, the defense keeping them in the game, but if the offense ain't moving, how you gonna win games?
Yes, sir.
Important.
Right. I got you. I got you, brother. I got you. I got you, man. So, I mean, like I said, I guess we can kind of agree that with both of them, Russell Wilson, Mac Jones, maybe not. Obviously, we can't get rid of. We shouldn't get rid of them because Mac Jones. I think if you put some talent around Mac Jones like he had at Alabama, that's hard to do. Obviously, you're not gonna get and put. You know what Mac Jones had at Alabama? Who did he have? John Mechie. He had Devontae Smith. He had I think he was Henry Ruggs. No, not Henry Ruggs. Jamison Williams. He had a squad on that team though. On his team, I think he had Henry Ruggs too. Matter of fact, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, he had a squad with the O line. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He had a squad with him. So you're not gonna get that in the NFL. But they gotta put some pieces around him, talent wise, that can stretch the field. That, you know what I mean? He's gotta get some offensive talent, not middle of the pack. You gotta get some bona fide stars at wide receiver, tight ends, and let Mac Jones do his thing because he's accurate. He's not gonna turn the ball over.
Especially the tight ends.
Right.
Especially tight ends.
I don't want to. Go ahead, bro. My fault. Go ahead.
Because that was the bread and butter. Like I said, with Tom Brady, and even with Drew Bledsoe had been coached. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Moving down the field, you have to use your tight ends more. You have to have a blocking tight end too. Your tight end, you have to have a blocking and a catching tight end, especially a blocker. That can open up the running game for you, along with the right guards.
Right.
And you know what I'm saying, the offensive line. That's the problem. If the offense is not going to help the defense and the special teams, it's going to be a recipe of them missing the playoffs.
Yes, sir. I got them missing the playoffs already. They 6-6. I don't think it's going to happen. That's just my opinion. They're too far behind. All right. When we come back from the break, obviously we're going to do Week 13 previews. Our 5 locks. Fanatical Masshole Podcast. Mizzo, King Saso, Hayes on the board. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment. Let us know how we doing. Right back. Stay well. Respect. Welcome back. Fanatical Masshole Podcast. Mizzo, King Saso, Hayes on the board. All right. Week 13, my bros. We get into the home stretch. And guess what, Saso? My man. Yeah. Commanders in it. We in it right now. If the playoffs started, we be in it. We be in it.
Wild card.
You know what I mean? I don't care. I'll take it, bro.
Yeah.
Straight up. I will take it. If it came down to it.
And the reason being, we went on the road more than we went at home anyway.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, yo, you know what? Man, last week when they was playing, no, who did they play last week? Oh yeah, they played the Falcons at home. I heard, when the Falcons was scoring, I'm like, yo, they're cheering real loud in here right now. Why you getting drowned out? That's all my teams, man. Commanders getting drowned out. Right. The Nets get drowned out in their own stadium. Like, man, this is crazy. Yankee Stadium, the only stadium where it don't happen like that.
Guess what? Guess what happened after that though? All the turkeys went to fly right back to ATL where they came from.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Deron Payne, man, with that you know what I mean, putting that paw on that ball. You know what I mean? That's how we get it. But
the turkey wing tip.
Yes,
I call
sir.
it the turkey wing tip.
That's what you do. That's how we do. So, Week 13, man, I'm looking at a few games, man, that obviously the game against our team, Commanders at the Giants, we need to keep pushing it, man. That's it. We in the players right now, keep this momentum going. We're number 1 in quarterback hits. You know, we gotta hit this. We gotta hit Daniel Jones, get him off his spot. I'm not gonna say I don't respect, but I'm not tripping too much on, you know, what the Giants got as far as receivers. You know what I mean? They're down a lot. Mm-hmm. It's really just a Saquon show. You know, but they got some players coming back, especially on defense. You know, we got to get this game, though. This game we got to get. Then we get the game next week. In 2 weeks, we're going to be sitting pretty. Because we got some tough ones coming up. I believe we play the 49ers. I think we got the Bengals. We got the Browns. We got the Browns coming back with Deshaun Watson. You know what I'm saying? So that's gonna be a tough one. And obviously we got the Cowboys one more time. You know what I'm saying? I think last week of the season. That, you know, again, that might be window dressing because the Cowboys might be firmly in playoff position and they might be like whatever. You know what I'm saying? They might not care. Depending on what happened Christmas Eve against the Eagles. But yeah, man, that's the game I'm looking forward to. Other than that, it's not really too much. The Jets Vikings though, that's gonna be obviously. I'm gonna get into that, but that's another one I'm gonna be looking at. I think the Jets gonna put with Mike. If Mike White staying at quarterback, I think the Jets gonna get him.
Yeah.
And obviously I'm looking at Titans Eagles because I mean, you know, obviously we'd like to see the Eagles lose. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about. So
Yeah, I like
control,
that boy.
Ball control. See what happens.
Yeah, that boy Henry like that.
Yeah, but then we'll see. Then obviously, I'm definitely gonna be watching Deshaun Watson tomorrow. Though. Going back home, Houston, everything that happened, they're gonna be on him. There's gonna be some of the women are saying they're going, not to get all the way off topic, but some of the women that have accused him, he's whatever settled with, whatever it is. Some of them are gonna be at the game. At least 11 of them. They're gonna be at the game with signs up. So he's going into a hostile environment. When I mean hostile, that's what you call hostile. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's it. That's his preseason.
I hope so. What games you looking at though, bro?
I mean the games that you were saying, you know, I want to see the Cowboys and the Colts. That's the one because I like them games where everybody in America going overlook, you know, because everybody picking the Cowboys obviously to win the game. But, you know what I'm saying? I like the underdog story. You know, every football team has a punch of chance. So I like the Colts in this game. I like Jeff Saturday. You know, he played with them. You know, get their offensive line, get that boy Jonathan Taylor together. You know what I'm saying? Get about 5 yards a pop. They could be able to beat the Cowboys. You know, the Colts defense is decent. I think we had, you know, with the Commanders, we had got lucky against them. I mean, in my opinion, you know,
That was a good
through
drive, man. That was a good drive by Heineke, man. That was a good drive. But go ahead. But go ahead.
But no, that 50-50 ball will be threw up to Torrey McLaurin in that game.
For sure.
And you do that against, you know, one of the best corners in the game of Gilmore. I mean, that says something. And that's why this game with the Colts and the Cowboys intriguing because I like the Colts defense. And if that quarterback of the Colts, you know, saying follow the offensive rules, you know, they let him go down the field, this could be a very close game.
Nah, I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think so. But we're
gonna only dream though, right?
Yeah, for sure. for sure. But let's get into the locks, man. Listen, here's my 5 locks. I don't know. I don't think I've been making anybody money. Listen, just do the opposite of what I do. Everybody in America, do the opposite. You know what I'm saying? I took that from somebody. I don't mean like that. You know what I mean? I ain't trying to steal what he said, but I'm just being real. Like, I've been messing up this year. But I promise you, soon Mass is getting out gambling. I'm going to be right. I'm going to get my mind right. I'm ready for it. I've been on my game because we ain't, you know, we ain't got our gambling right yet. It's been legalized, but it ain't been official yet. It's gonna be official in a couple months. So next season, I'm gonna be on my joint. I promise you that. Promise y'all. But hey, my 5 locks. I got the Jets getting 3 at the Vikings. I got the Jets. They winning outright. They gonna win the game. Period. Broncos getting 9 at the Ravens. I know 9.9.5 at the Ravens. Yes. I know the Broncos are a mess. We just talked about Russell Wilson. But the Ravens, man, they give it up. They don't score. Like they Ravens keep teams in games, man. They ain't blowing teams out, and they blow leads. So I got the Broncos. I got the Browns. Yes, they're giving 8. -8 at the Texans. I think the Browns are gonna stomp them. Deshaun Watson's going there to send a message that I'm still that dude. Again, off-field stuff is his off-field stuff. I get it. You know what I mean? Nobody get at me for it. But he's gonna send a message that he's still top 5 quarterback. Top 10, top 5 quarterback. Seahawks -7 against the Rams. The Rams are a mess. The Rams are just depleted. Aaron Donald's not playing. You know what I mean? So he's not playing tomorrow with an ankle sprain. They might shut him down the rest of the season. Yeah, and they're in Seattle. I got the Seahawks all over them. And then I got the Cowboys demolishing the Colts on Sunday Night Football. For one, here's my rant to another rant. This game should not even be on Sunday Night Football. This game should have been flexed out.
Oh.
Why is this game on Sunday Night Football? Why? Please tell me why.
They put it in.
Nah, man.
They put it in.
Nah, it should have been the Chiefs and the Bengals or the Dolphins 49ers. Those two games should have been on for Sunday Night Football. It shouldn't have been the Cowboys and Colts.
But the question is why the flex didn't start earlier for this game to be coming on. I think we like.
My fault. They don't start till next week, right? When do they start flexing?
Like next week.
Right.
We are 1 week ahead of being flexed to a point that you're disappointed that this game come on.
This is crazy.
That's why this game is. That's what I'm saying. We can only dream about this game. We know Cowboys probably gonna come out, obviously, because of the talent. But let's entertain the game anyway.
Listen, I get why they put it on there because again, going on paper, we thought Matt Ryan. That's what they needed, a quarterback that's not gonna give the ball away. That's accurate. That could throw the ball. And with the running game, with the offense, with Jonathan Taylor and that defense, we thought the Colts would be a lot better than what they are. It just didn't work out. Matt Ryan, it might be time to say, you know what? It's been a good career. That's it. You know what I mean? I gotta go.
Yeah, that manager tried everybody. He tried Carson Wentz. He gonna blame Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz got you 9 wins last year.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And I could say 9 wins in the AFC conference. That's not nothing to sneeze at.
Yes, sir. But what's your locks, though, bro? You got 5 locks for us?
My 5 locks. I have Commanders beating the Giants by 7 points.
Okay.
I have the Titans beating the Eagles by 3 points by a field goal. I have the Ravens beating the Broncos by 13 points. I have.
Hold on. Back up. You said you got what? You said you got the Commanders covering, Titans outright beating them. Who's next?
Mm-hmm. Who's the Ravens?
Ravens covering? You got them covering? 9-9?
Yeah. 9.5, y'all.
That's the game we're going to head up. That's the game we're going to head up on, bro. What we doing on this? We traditionally do. If we're going head to head on that game, we throw a 6-pack up on it.
Okay. So no doubt.
We're gonna send each other's cash app because everybody need to know bro in DC. You know what I mean? So we're gonna get his cash app, and I'm gonna send him money. I'm gonna send him the cash app for that 12-pack. What he drink? I drink Modelo. I don't know what you drink, bro. Shout out to Modelo. But I'm gonna need that cash app money for that.
Yeah. I drink a little something.
Okay.
I have the Rams upsetting.
That's
the
2
Seahawks.
games. That's 2. You got the Rams outright?
I have the Rams upsetting the Seahawks.
Okay, that's 2 games.
Beating them by a field goal.
So that's 2 6-packs then. Okay. All right then. All right, what's your last one?
My last one, I have the Vikings covering.
That's 3 games.
3 points.
That's 3 games we going head to head on. Okay. That's 3 6-packs, bro. You know how much they cost. Inflation doesn't win, you know what I mean? You're going to be down some bread, brother. we going to see how it shake out. Send that cash app, bro. I need my money on time. Know what that man said? All right. I like this. My man came at me this week. He don't want to do it like that. But it's all good. Hey. Yeah, that's good stuff. All right, we'll be right back. We're going to talk a little NBA, man, to end this off, man. Fanatical Masshole Podcast. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment. Mizzo, King Saso, Hayes on the board.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Be clear. Stay locked.
And thank y'all, too, for real.
Fanatical Masshole Podcast. Last topic, man. Gonna get into it. Man. NBA's quarter mark. Everybody played about 20 games. A little more than that. About 20, 25 games. So, we got some surprising teams and some teams that, surprising teams. Good or bad. So, first, I got a couple surprising teams. Actually, I don't. Actually, Indiana. Indiana's 12-10. Mind you, they wanted to trade everybody. Lakers been trying to get Miles Turner, Buddy Hield from Indiana. If I'm Indiana, why would I want to do that? We 12-10, and the Eastern Conference is back to the Eastern Conference. The Celtics, Bucks, and the Cavs are doing their thing, and everybody else is hovering a little bit over 500. If not, they're at 500. Philly's a disappointment. They're 12-11. But again, James Harden's been hurt. He ain't played. I think he played 2, 3, or 4 games this season. Maxi's been out with a foot injury. I think Embiid just came back. We know what's going on with my Brooklyn Nets. It's a lot of self-inflicted wounds. Ben Simmons ain't played though in the last couple games. He won't play tomorrow against the Celtics. That's a big tilt. Hopefully we get this win. You know what I'm saying? But they're 6 right now. If the playoffs started, we'll be in the playoff. We'll avoid the play-in. So that's my surprise in the East. My surprise in the East is basically the Pacers, how good they're doing. Philly, I'm a little shocked that they're that bad. Miami though, 11-12. Miami need to do something. They got to make something happen. They can't score. Their defense obviously hasn't gotten that. Is not carrying them like they did. They won last night in overtime. Jimmy Butler hit a big shot, but Miami's not doing too good, man.
That's what needs to happen. That's what that needs to happen. You know, Jimmy Butler have to be involved in, games, especially in the fourth quarter. That's your money point guard right there. So why not continue to go to him? Hey, it's one team, say I want to talk about. I have a bone to pick with.
Go ahead, bro.
And that's the Wizards.
The Zardos, your boys.
And reason why I say I have a bone to pick with the Wizards. You have Kuzma and you have the Porzingis, saying they big man shooting threes, lights out, and they do good. It's just the turnovers in the fourth quarter. You can't have unforced turnovers in the fourth quarter to expect to win. There is games that we could have won about 5 or 6 games. We would have been up there with the Milwaukee Bucks and the Celtics and things like that. In order to be an elite team like them, you have to capitalize in the fourth quarter and have less turnovers in the fourth quarter in order to win.
Yeah. Bro, I watched them against my Nets the other night. They're a good team, but like you said, they're young. Not even turnovers. They shoot too fast and they take bad shots. Yeah. You know what I mean? They're a young team. He's good, but he takes shots, bad shots. Kuzma, Kuzma's good, but he does Kuzma things sometimes. Bro, that's not a great shot. He's gotten better though. This year he's played really good this year. Bill is going through his thing, but if you think Porzingis is going to be a stabilizing force, not to me, I don't think so. You know what I'm saying? Porzingis needs a lot more rounded than just Bradley Beal. But the Wizards are going to be good. They just need they need another piece, a stabilizing piece. You know what I'm saying? To me.
I mean, they got that boy Goodwin that came from the D League. He's great, but he got that, when he played the Nets the other night. I mean, Kyrie cooked them, but
he cooked Kyrie a couple times too. He got a couple and one.
Yeah, he got a couple, but at the later during the game, Kyrie got out on him. You know what I'm saying? So it's something that he could build off of, because the Nets do have veterans versus we, like you said, we still blossom. So, but we have some potential down here.
Yeah,
real great potential.
Yeah, yeah, they do. But and Hachimura's out too. Rui Hachimura, that's he's not playing right now either. He's hurt, so he comes back. Wizards gonna make some noise, man. I like that team. I like how they play. I'm not gonna lie. Wizards team, I like their hustle, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm envious of hustle, man. I really like how they hustle. So I like they just shoot. They take bad shots. They do young team things. You know what I mean? But again, Wes Unseld Jr. He's a relatively young coach. He's not that experienced. You know what I'm saying? But they let him grow, and I like that, especially a black coach. Yeah, man. So I like Wes Unseld Jr. I like what the Wizards are doing. You know, they like I said, they just, like you said, they got to clean up some turnovers, stop taking quick shots. But a lot of teams do it. You know, so. But again, my surprise is that the Heat are that bad. Not that bad, but they're 11-12. They would be in the play-in right now. They can't score. They 25th in scoring. You know what I'm saying? Defense is always going to be there. You know what I'm saying? They don't average that many assists. But yeah, the Heat need to make a move to me. In order to get to the playoffs, they got to make a move. So that's my surprising team. The Bulls too though. Lonzo Ball's not playing. I don't know when he's going to come play. Bulls are 9-13. You know what I'm saying? The Warriors basically put it on them. Not put it on them. Bulls made a quick push, a good push last night to try to get it close. Warriors wound up, taking it in the end. But yeah, the Bulls are 9-13. You still got DeMar DeRozan and Zach LaVine, and yet you're 9-13. They beat my Nets. You know what I mean? Like now my Nets are playing a little bit better defense though, so I don't know what's gonna happen again. But so those are two shocking moves. That's like the Bulls and the Heat. But I think the Bulls, I don't know if the Bulls got enough leverage or not cap room, but value. You know what I mean? Assets to go get somebody to bring in. You got to just kind of wait for Lonzo to come around. So they might have to stand pat or do something different. You know what I mean? And
they better do something real quick, because if they don't do anything real quick, shoot, they could be out of playoff contention.
For sure.
You don't want that to happen. So they have to pick up a marquee player to, revive, especially on the point guard position.
Yeah.
Got to have those.
But you got to wait for Zach LaVine to come back. You can't, you know what I mean? That's your guy. You can't go out. You're not going to go out and trade assets away to go get a marquee point guard, but you got one there. You got to kind of wait for him to come back and kind of weather the storm. But right now, they're sitting at 9-13. They 12th. So they're not even in the playoff. They're not in the playoff. They're behind the Knicks. You know what I'm saying? So that's a bad look for them. Out west, I mean, listen, I'm surprised that how good Utah is, man. You know what I mean? With like Danny Ainge was like trying to he was doing a fire sale. Everything must go. But yeah, they doing all right. Colin Sexton, Lauri Markkanen, he's doing his thing. Yeah, he's balling. I mean, he's balling.
See, the Jazz always been in contention, but they never couldn't get through. Like, 2 times they could have had a championship, many times, but on the particular 2, when Michael Jordan ended their, thing, getting the championship and stuff like that.
Right.
But Utah Jazz always been in it. Them, Dallas Mavericks, they was once a pretender. You know what I'm saying? Because they was always the one, the regular season people picked to win the championship, but they always falter, in the finals or be out in the first round or something. So to see the Dallas get through that, I can't put them in the category. But Utah needs to come through. I don't want to see somebody like, for example, the Memphis Grizzlies, win the championship before the Utah Jazz in this generation.
I want to see the Grizzlies do it before the Jazz, but I hear you. Kings are doing good too, though.
Yeah, because me watching Kareem Abdul-Jabbar as a baby, as a kid, as a baby, but Larry Birds of the world, stuff like that. I never seen Utah Jazz, with John Stockton and Karl Malone. Never seen them go to the championship.
Yeah.
So for me to see the Memphis Grizzlies go to the championship before Utah Jazz or the Thunders, because they was the Seattle Supersonics, I'm going to feel lost, or I'm going to feel like a little kid again.
Stop it, man. Cut it out. Man. You got to change the time, baby. Listen, we're going to wrap it up with, Dallas Mavericks, they need to do something too. Luka's doing everything. They 10-11, but, he kind of, they say he sulks. You don't play defense when when things don't go his way. He don't got nobody out there, but he does. He's kind of doing the James Harden thing where he just kind of, his efficiency rate is up high because he's dribble, and then 5 seconds left, he want to pass the ball off. Yo, come in, shoot the ball to someone. You know what I mean? It's passing to Spencer Dinwiddie. You got shooters. You got Tim Hardaway, Spencer Dinwiddie. Dory Finney-Smith. Christian Wood is nice. He's coming off the bench. Christian Wood, you traded for Christian Wood. He was a star in Houston. He's coming off the bench in Dallas. Man, can I get Christian Wood on the Nets, please? Nets, go get Dallas. Nets, go get Dwight Howard, please. Go get Dwight Howard from Taiwan. That's your defensive stabilizing force in the middle. The Nets lead the league in block shots, 7.4. You know what I'm saying? You know, so we need that. But anyway, those are our surprises. We'll get more into the NBA. We'll get into contenders and pretenders down the road a couple weeks from now. But, you know, other than that, man, people, look. Shout out to everybody that's been listening, supporting us this whole time. We're going to keep rocking with y'all. For my man, King Saso, appreciate you getting on. We obviously going to be hearing from you a lot more. Hayes on the board. It's your boy Mizzo. Fanatical Masshole Podcast coming to you every single week. Stay tuned. Keep rocking with us again. Like, subscribe, comment. We out. Have a good weekend. Peace.